I want the intelligent, the good people, the people who know that this is a freedom that the founding fathers fought for us to have this freedom, for me to be able to go here and talk to you. And again, Jimmy Kimmel, if I were Jimmy Kimmel, I'd say no thank you. No thank you. I'm coming back when I get an apology from the FCC and the government, and Turning Point makes a huge donation to PBS. And I guarantee you guys, with a president like me, the first thing I'm going to do is end these monopolies, because we cannot have one company decide what millions of Americans get to watch. That's called monopoly. That's called dictatorship. So Sinclair, you're in trouble. You're going to be broken up. What is it? Bright Star, West Star, whatever you guys call yourself, this other right-wing bullshit, troglodyte, weapon of control, is not going to happen. We're going to return independently owned stations across the country. There will be no one voice for all. That's not going to happen. That's not democracy. This country was built on independent news and radio and television stations across the country. And we're going to go back to that. We're going to break up these monopolies. We're not going to have a handful of companies own everything, and a handful of people be profitable and successful, while everybody else is subservient and subjective to them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're returning, we the people, the power. And call it whatever the fuck you want. I call it America. My name is George Delata, and I want to be your next president. I'm not a billionaire, not a millionaire, not a career politician, not a politician at all. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a libertarian, I'm not a communist, I'm not a socialist, I'm not a Marxist, I'm a fucking American who's willing to do whatever it takes to empower every American, not a handful. We the people was put bigger for a reason. And I need you to share. I've reached over 1 million people with my words. Without any promoting, without any funding, without any money behind it, because I'm a poor, regular, middle-of-the-road American like you. I've struggled to make ends meet. I've built businesses and seen them crumble because of ignorance and hatred and the lack of support that I could get because of the color of my skin. I realize that now. I didn't know that back then. I just moved on and went on to a new business. There were no radios in the 1700s. Oh my God, you are a fucking moron. Oh Lord, look, see, you see folks, you see what we're dealing with? You see what we're dealing with? Ignorance and hatred. So don't worry, look, in my America, we're gonna have training and education centers for people like you that feel you need to hate to be able to get the help you need. Because we're going to treat ignorance and hatred like a mental disease, like the mental illness that it is. There's going to be no more tiptoeing. I'm not tiptoeing around anything. Day one executive order is to change the name of our house to America's house. And that it will end any ridiculous assumption that it's called the White House because it belongs to white people, or it represents whiteness, or it represents any kind of ignorance and hatred. It will be America's house from that day forward, because America owns that house. And I'm saying we need a lawyer with cojones so we can file eviction papers, because if we own the house, we should be able to evict the tenant. What do we need? Signatures? I'm sure we can get 80 million signatures in a matter of days. Cojones is what's absent. And that's why I know that we need a president who's not in Washington at all. Someone who's not a politician. Someone who's not the head of corporations or anything like that. One of us, one of we the people. So we can return the nation to the center where it's supposed to be.